let's talk about how to get more coaching clients to come to you so that you can have a full calendar of people who want to work with you, want to give you money versus chasing them. Because the biggest problem coaches have around this area is they can't stop going and getting clients because they can't get clients to come to them. So a lot of coaches get stuck on this treadmill where they're constantly in Facebook groups, they're posting on Facebook, they're networking with people, they're friend requesting everybody, or they're going through everybody on Instagram and DMing endless amounts of people in the hopes that they'll sometimes get clients, and then eventually it will snowball so they don't have to do it anymore. The problem is every day when you wake up, you start at zero. It's like, I have zero momentum. I got to do this whole hustle thing all over again, and it's not working. So how do we get coaching clients to come to you? Now, the other problem coaches have is they get referrals, word of mouth, stuff like that. That's great, right? Who doesn't like referrals? The problem is it's inconsistent. How do you sustain it, right? So let's talk about this and let's get to the bottom of this. So there's three things that we need to do in order to basically have your coaching clients come to you. The first thing we need is a proper funnel. And this is where a lot of coaches mess this up. This is the absolute foundational, most important thing, and it has to be done right. A funnel is a concept that can mean a whole bunch of things. So let me give you the top three-ish, okay? So what most coaches do for a funnel right now is like to get people to a call from where they are, is they just have a nice website. They go and get Wix or something like that for $2, $3 a month, right? Cheap. Put a nice picture about you, some pictures of you, maybe a quick intro video about your credentials, that kind of thing, a link to LinkedIn if you have it, so on and so forth, right? And then there's a button to book a call. It's a calendar option with, Calendly or whatever calendar service you use. Here's the problem with this strategy. The problem is that works great for people who are pre-sold. So let's say somebody comes as a referral, word of mouth, they read an article that you had on some magazine online or some blog posts that you've been doing or something like that. They read something, and then what they do is they essentially are like, yeah, that sounds good. Let's do this, right? And so then they book a call and they show up, okay? But the problem is that won't work when we try and get people to come to you. It's not going to work because you got to remember, as soon as we turn the ads on, these people have no idea who you are. They don't trust you. They don't know anything about you. They don't even know if they want to be there, right? And so driving people to a page doesn't work. We have to have a proper funnel. And the best one that I like, so there's three. You can drive people to just, hey, give me a name and email and give you an ebook. That one doesn't work so well. You're going to get emails, but the problem is they're not going to read it. They're not going to open up a PDF or a Google Doc or whatever you give them. Maybe 5% of them will do that. The rest are just going to go, oh, and then they're on to the next thing, right? And so they're not going to be qualified. The second option is to take them to a video and just redirect them. And they're like, oh, cool, a video, I'll watch that later. And only about 20, 30% will ever watch it. Or the problem is if you put a book a call button under that video, a lot of people just be like, yeah, sure, I'll book a call and see what they have. They won't even watch the video, all right? And then you're going to be talking to them and they're like, who are you again? Why'd you call? You watched my video. No, I didn't watch your video. Why are you calling me? They're like, you booked the call. That's the only way we could chat. No, I'm pretty sure I didn't book a call, right? And so you don't want that. The third option is we redirect them to an automated webinar that starts every about 15 minutes. And the reason I like those is because mine has about a 75% consumption rate, 75% show-up rate, okay? You start it every 5 to 15 minutes, gives people time to show up, and then they show up, and then it allows you to have a really good experience with them, share with them your skills, give them some training to help them, and then they can book a call on the end of that. So do you want to have a 75% engagement rate, or do you want a 5% engagement rate from an ebook, right? And so that's what we want to do for a baseline funnel. Get them into something that gets them consuming your training at a high rate so they're like, oh my gosh, I have to work with you. You know what I'm saying? And so that's the first thing we need to do. If you don't do that, what will happen is a lot of coaches hire agencies to run their ads, and they'll just run their ads to this website with the about me and all this kind of stuff, and you're not going to get any calls, okay, at all right? So the next thing we have to do, so there's essentially three things we have to do. And the second thing is we want to use organic backlinks. years, okay? Now, a lot of coaches who are out there hustling, what they're doing is they're posting and sharing and all this kind of stuff, and it's like endless work, right? So what you want to do is you want to use organic backwards. So what does that mean? Well, you're going to want to use ads. So we'll start out with Facebook ads. Why? Because there's like 6 billion people on Facebook, Meta, okay, Instagram ads and Facebook ads, been there forever. And Facebook's got built-in data on people for in some cases, like 15 years, right? And so they have so much data on people that you're going to run that ad to that funnel, okay, that we talked about to get your buyers following through to book a call. So what you want to do. Then what you're going to do with your organic strategies is this. When somebody registers for your stuff, the first email that they get from you is going to, or even the first couple, is going to spread them out over your organic content. So what does that mean? Well, so let's say that you use Instagram, all right? That's your thing of choice. And so when somebody registers for your webinar, you're going to send them an automated email. It's going to come right out of your autoresponder. And it's going to say, hey, come to my Instagram page, follow me, give me a follow, and then DM me whatever, the word success, something like that. And I'm going to send you this special report that's going to show you all these amazing things. And so what's going to happen is you're going to be able to do that, and then that's going to be able to build your following on organic, or maybe it's YouTube, and you send them to your YouTube channel or Facebook or your Facebook group, and you're just starting to build all these organic platforms without having to focus on creating organic content, right? You'd still create content, but now the content is just to maintain that relationship, make sure they know you're there, see your stuff, versus like this insane amount of content strategy, so on and so forth. Does that make sense? So that's what you need to do there. That's going to be the best strategy for that, okay? Now, there's a third thing that we need to do, and the third thing is by far the most important thing, and it's the one thing that everybody screws up. And if you miss this, the other two things don't make sense. They just won't even work, okay? Now, before we get to that, I have one thing I want you to do that's going to help you even more. Hit the subscribe button. Just hit it somewhere around the screen here, because what that's going to do is if you subscribe to my channel, you're going to get all my upcoming videos, or notified about them anyways. And I create a lot of training for free because I've spent millions over the years on Facebook ads figuring out how to get coaching clients. Plus, I have a lot of coaching clients, so we're always testing what's working, what's new, what's not working, so on and so forth. And what that's going to do is we share all that, or a lot of it, the free stuff, here on YouTube for you. So you get to see what's going on, you get to learn about it, and so on and so forth. But the problem is if you don't hit the subscribe button, you're not going to know about the upcoming videos. And you never know if one of them is going to be the exact right video you needed at the exact right time in order to scale your coaching business, okay? So hit that subscribe button. Well, it's free, and you're going to get hopefully some extremely good training that's going to help you scale your coaching business. Third thing we need to do in order to get more coaching clients to come to you versus you chasing them, so we have to attract the right people. And one of the problems is a lot of coaches who are making a few thousand, 5,000, 10,000 a month from organic is when they go to paid, or when they want people to come to them, they have more of like this, I have to help everybody mindset. And the problem is it doesn't work. Like you need to help the people who will give you money, right? That's your job. Help people who give you money, period. And so who's giving you the money, okay? Well, if you're a relationship coach and you help women specifically have better marriages, well, you can't just help women have better marriages. There's millions of people who need help with better marriages. And a lot of them aren't going to have money, okay? And so you need to zero in on a sub niche of people who have your money. Who's got the most money and the biggest problem? Well, the marriage market, in the marriage niche, it would be, what about professional working women making 6 figures a year or more, working 50 plus hours a week, whose marriage is on the verge of divorce? You see what I'm doing there? And so that way, I'm going to niche down, and my ads my messaging, my everything is only going to those people. And what that's going to do is it's going to help me reach that specific niche, which I can then help, which you hopefully have money, and therefore I can have lots of coaching clients. But the problem is this, what a lot of coaches do is go, well, my stuff works for other women too, and other wives and so on. And you're like, but the problem is they don't have money. I'm not saying that they have to be 6 figures a year, but you got to understand that if you do not be relentless about your messaging, about how tight it is, Facebook is going to show it to anybody. And you can't like work with people who don't have a job or are low income and stuff like that. They're not going to pay 3, 5, 10, 15,000 for your coaching. They might, but they got to split it up over forever, and they're just going to be terrible clients. So you need to niche down to the people who have your money. All right, you want to know how to do that? I have an upcoming free training that's going to show you exactly how to do that. It's called the 300-word Facebook ad method of how to attract affluent coaching clients who can pay you and join your coaching program. What you need to do is click the link in the description or in the pinned post. I have an upcoming webinar that's going to share with you exactly how to do that using my 300-word ad Facebook ads messaging system that I've used to make millions of dollars over the years, that I've helped a ton of clients use as well. You're going to learn the 3 secrets that's working right now, why Facebook's artificial intelligence has made it easier than ever to get coaching clients, the 3 things that you need to avoid that most coaches are doing. That sounds good, but it doesn't work, and a whole lot more. So what I want you to do is head to that page, click the link in the description or in the pinned post, and head over there, get registered for that upcoming webinar, and we'll see you over there.